Yes, people, welcome back to the Magpie Channel TV. Hope yous are surviving this heat wave. It's never ending, is it? So if you can hear my fan in the background, sorry but not sorry, because it's a very sweaty one today, yet again in the Toon. Let's talk news, but first of all, Captain Bruno and his beloved Brazil last night, beating the Scottish 3-0. Guimarães getting 2 assists. He's had a few assists already in the World Cup. He's up there in the chart for most assists in this current World Cup, and he is absolutely flying, and he's literally the heartbeat of this Brazil team. He's been unbelievable so far. Well, first game you could say that their midfield was far from unbelievable, but the last couple of games he's pulled it round, and he's becoming the real spearhead for the national side and driving them forward and being a difference maker, which is class to see. Obviously we love Bruno, we love to see his development and his growth, and you know, I remember when he was first getting picked for the Brazil team, you know, the Brazilians weren't too keen, the way he was getting scapegoated a little bit, and you kind of felt sorry for him because you see his passion and his dedication to Brazil and now obviously Newcastle, and it's great to see him flourishing and really wish him the best of luck for the rest of the tournament until they face England. Well, that probably be curtains for us before then. Who knows? Let's not talk about England. Let's not talk much more about the World Cup. Let's talk about Newcastle. But with Bruno, it has to be linked to the World Cup because a lot of teams are obviously watching the World Cup, eyeing up World Cup stars. It happens every single time the World Cup's on. You know, the sign a player based off a few matches, a bit of form. Newcastle, we'll get into that in a minute, linked to one of those in Folarin Balogun. But on Bruno, right, all the talk is of Tonali going. It's because he's younger, of course, but Tonali's going and he's going. Not much on Bruno. Is that because he's committed? Is that because he's the captain? But he does only have 2 years left on his deal. So Newcastle must show Bruno some ambition because he must be looking around, seeing his buddies leave, see Gordy leave, see Sandro leave, you know, already seen Isaac leave last summer. There could be 1 or 2 more easily. And the trajectory that the club's on, because when Bruno signed for Newcastle, you know, he's promised the world, just like the other players I've just mentioned. And that's why they're now starting to jump ship, because now it's really materialising. These were probably showing images of new training grounds and new stadiums, and we're going to sign this, that and everyone, and we're going to be the best, like they're still saying. And we're going to offer you big wages. And obviously FFP has affected that, but I don't think we can use that as a sole excuse now, especially after selling a couple of our star players. We've raised a couple of $100 million there. We've been in the Champions League. We've got big sponsorship deals now, Adidas and everything else. So we should be utilising that and showing Bruno some ambition by signing some top-class players to convince him that this project isn't dead and that we are still heading in the right direction. Because that is the worry. See it in the comments we use a lot? That is the worry with a lot of the fan base, that is the way this is heading. You know, we are declining. And obviously, you know, since the takeover happened 5 years ago, a couple of cup finals, a couple of Champions Leagues, obviously 1 trophy in that. You're never going to have an upward trajectory without any bumps along the road. But it was a bit more than bumpy last season, wasn't it? Do you know what I mean? It was far from just a little bump in the road. Yeah, it was a full-on Alton Towers ride, you know, non-stop. So, yeah, less of a roller coaster, more of getting back up to the peak again and getting in the right direction, because we've certainly swerved off the road last season. A lot of question marks and concerns over that, over Eddie Howe, the tactics, the ideas, the transfers. So Bruno needs to be reassured, because I'm telling you what, there must be teams now looking, thinking, yes, we know he's entering that peak age, so it's not like he's below 25. Still got ages left in him. Do you know what I mean? At his age now, he's still got a good 5 years, no doubt about it. So someone could sign him on a 5-year deal and get the best years out of him. He's peak years. For him to stay at Newcastle and deliver his peak years in black and white, we need to make sure we are sorting ourselves out this summer. Better organisation, further ambitious announcements on training grounds and stadiums, and of course, most importantly still, signings. Get some signings in. Show Bruno that we're not just selling everyone and can't get anyone over the line to replace them. You know, he's got to be thinking now, like, is this the right thing? You know, should I try and get a move like everyone else is getting because, you know, the ship's sinking? Hopefully not. But show them that. You know, show them that the sink's still afloat. The sink's still afloat. The ship's still afloat. That we're not sinking. Yeah? He's the captain. He wants to make sure there's no bloody icebergs. So make sure that we are getting some new lifeboats on the boat, because at the minute, everyone's fucked. Yeah? Loads of random analogies coming out. It's early. Yeah? Very early in the morning. Very, very early. Very, very tired and hot, sweaty. So with Bruno, I think it's time that we're... Obviously, it's not just Bruno that needs to show ambition, it's us, it's the fans. You know? It's the fans, it's the die-hard fans that have supported the club through thick and thin. It's the fans that Pay the money in shirts and ticket sales and watch the club wherever you are in the world. You know, that's who need to be showing it. So let's start. Because, you know, what day is it now? Thursday, isn't it? It's really Thursday. Did a video on Monday thinking this, we're hearing over the weekend, hearing little murmurs that, you know, this is the week where we might actually finally get someone over the line, or at least know that, you know, they're going to be coming, like there was with Yuan Zhaoan, that we knew that his medical was going to happen the following week. You know, talks are sorted. No, we're just still in talk, we're still inquiring. I hope by the time this video comes out, things have changed, but we need to get the ball moving. Let us know what you think on Bruno. I know how much he loves the club, loves the city, completely gets it. But at the end of the day, every footballer's only got one career, a very short one. So he may be looking and think there's no European football this year. They're not fucking signing anyone. See you later. Does anyone want me? Everyone wants Sandro, everyone wants Livramento and Hall, and Gordon's already gone. If Gordon can move to Barcelona, Bruno's probably thinking, where the hell can I go? You know what I mean? Real Madrid All-Stars, Space Jam. Yeah, he needs to go somewhere. But hopefully not. I know Bruno, I know how much he loves the club, so he just needs to be, you know, shown again that we are serious and that we're not going to settle for mediocrity. But this window so far stinks of what it did last year. Late act on things, getting no one in, and star players want to leave. Early doors, let's hope that changes, and let's hope it changes very soon. More links to Liam Delap this morning, which we talked about the other day, and I really don't want to talk about it again. I just don't think Delap's the answer. I mean, he's not the worst. I would have maybe took a punt on him last year, but when he's went to Chelsea and not done well at all, was it one goal, one Premier League goal? No spank you. 40 million as well. Chelsea won a 10 million profit on a player who did crap all season. Just because he's English and young. Not for me. In more positive news, Antonio Nusa, the Leipzig winger, is holding out for an approach from Newcastle, according to Lee Ryder. Leipzig are thought to be willing to sell for a cut price fee of 43 million. We've scouted him for ages, so this is what just winds me up, man. You scout a player for ages, you can see he's good enough, he's doing it on the World Cup stage, he's done it for Leipzig, he's done it in Europe, and you're just waiting, wanting, searching. What are we doing here? We know we need a left winger. If Ryder's right here from the Chronicle saying that he's waiting for a move to Newcastle, what are we waiting for? Why is the player waiting? Nusa is class, man. He would be quality for us. He's a bit of a maverick. Maybe that's why Eddie doesn't want him. Is he too trickery, maybe? Will he not track back as much as he wants? I don't know, but I would love to see Nusa. He would definitely be up there as one of the top targets to replace Anthony Gordon for me. Again, Fernandez Pardo linked from reports in France saying that we've made contact to sign him. Watched him play for Belgium the other night. I wasn't that impressed. He blazed a couple over the bar. He cut on his right foot, looked pacey, but he's got loads of work to do there. Very raw product, like, you know, a Sula style. But here's what we were really going to talk about. Folarin Balogun ahead of a potential summer move. Newcastle and Villa are monitoring the Monaco striker, who is actually on fire right now for America at the World Cup. He's only 24 years old. He joined Monaco in Ligue 1 just 3 years ago, signed for them from Arsenal in 2023, and he's really getting a lot of attention at the minute. He won Monaco's Player of the Season award, 43 appearances, 24 goal contributions, 19 goals, 5 assists, and he's currently on that unbelievable international form. Got a brace over Paraguay a couple of days ago in their 4-1 win. So French outlets are now reporting that Newcastle are deeply interested in the forward, and we have initiated contact to accelerate a deal with Monaco. But this signing, and I feel like I'm repeating myself, but this winds us up as well. Why are we constantly waiting to get rid of players before we sign anyone? It's saying here that this move hinges on a squad clearance. Newcastle must sell forward Johan Wissa to clear up squad space and free up transfer funds before they can move for the American striker. Why? We've got 100, we're just still going for 70 million. We can't, spend 50 million. Monaco won 50 million euros, that's the price tag. Holding out for a minimum of 50 million. So maybe the 50 to 60 million, say, would probably get the deal. Do they want Wissa? Wissa fancy chances in Monaco? He's only got another 2 years left on his contract that expires in 28, so they're likely to sell this summer. Monaco are open to that. They've admitted that. It's all over the Athletic that they will be selling him this summer, and that Balogun wants to move, and he maybe wants to move back to the Premier League to prove why Arsenal shouldn't have sold him. Arsenal also interested in signing him as well. They might have a buyback clause in there. A couple of mixed reports on that. He could maybe compete with Gyökeres there, but I would love this one, you know, I really would. Looking at Balogun, and again, you shouldn't do this. You shouldn't get hyped up over a player at the World Cup because he scored a few goals, but he has had a really good couple of seasons there in France as well, and I just think as a profile forward for Newcastle, he fits the bill. You know, 24, pacey, great runs, good finisher, the exact type of forward that we need, because our forwards don't look like forwards. Wissa looks retired and Voltemada just doesn't fit. So yeah, I would really like Balogun. I'd be massive in favour of this, and if it holds out on Wissa going, and God knows where Wissa's going. And fair play to Wissa, by the way, you know, he made history the other day. It's been the first ever goal scorer for Congo in a World Cup. Thought he did really well there, great header. So if he can come back, have a good pre-season, then who knows? But from what we've seen last year, no way. And if you can get any sort of money for him, half of what you even paid for him, really, put that towards Balogun, someone else, that would be my favoured choice. Let us know what you think Newcastle should do. Move for Balogun or keep Wissa or what. But that'll do, because things could move fast today. Hope so. On the incomings, not just there's a bid for Tonali, you know, but hopefully there's going to be plenty of videos coming up soon with Newcastle making some moves. Thanks for watching, people. Hit like, hit subscribe, and enjoy yourself.